What's up, y'all? It's Brandon from Flesh and Blood Brothers. Today we're going to be watching the Rosetta Blitz deck battle on the Flesh and Blood official YouTube channel. I did this for Part the Mistveil, and I'm excited to see these Rosetta characters, Florian and Oscilio, battle out in Blitz. So let's follow along, and I play Wizard and Runeblade almost exclusively, so I'm curious to see how these new characters will play in this environment.
I'll start.
Alright, fair enough.
Okay, I'm going to kick things off with a Sigil of Sanctuary. So it's an Earth instant aura with Arcane Shelter 1. Very handy against Oscilio. When it leaves the arena, I get to create an embodiment of Earth token. So good.
Yep, so there's a lot of auras in this set, and so new players are going to be getting used to putting things out in the arena, interacting with the board, and interacting with these instant speed cards. So I think that's pretty exciting.
I'm going to play a Malefic Incantation. So this enters with 3 verse counters. When it runs out, it is destroyed. And once per turn, when I play an attack action card, I can remove a counter from it to create a rune chant token. It's a very nice once your hero abilities online as well. Start making 2 rune chants a turn.
Right.
Yep, so this will stay on the board, and once per turn, if an attack is played, a rune chant will be created.
Absolutely.
Okay, so I'm just going to pitch an attack with the Rotwood Reaper. So this attacks for 2, but if I played or created an aura this turn, it gets +2 attack.
Gonna bin off some cards on defense here. I'll put 2 Etchings of Arcana in front of your Rotwood Reaper, defending for 6.
Okay, no problem. I'm going to go ahead and discard my Fruits of the Forest. Yum yum. Gain 2 life. I know what you're thinking here. Mr. Classic, you are crazy. You're discarding a 7 power attack on the first turn rather than putting it into your arsenal. The thing about Oscilio is it can close games so quickly. It deals so much arcane damage, which is really hard for my hero to interact with. So what I want to do is just keep my life total as high as possible, try and stall for enough time to get those really important 4 Earth cards into my Banish Zone for my Well-Grounded, get that hero ability online. I know I can win a long game, but I'm pretty scared of trying to go toe-to-toe in a lightning fast game with Oscilio.
Alright.
I like how they explain their thought process here, and you couldn't have said it any better. It is a 7 power attack, but 2 life is 2 life, so buff that life total because you're dealing with arcane damage. You can't just block with the cards in your hand, so dealing with the arcane damage, you want to buffer up your health total. So I can see his philosophy in that play.
And I also have something after this attack. I'm going to play a Wizard Instant Aura, Sigil of Forethought. It's a 0-cost blue Wizard Instant Aura. As is at the beginning of my action phase, destroy this, and when it leaves the arena, I get a Ponder token. So it just sets me up.
So yeah, at instant speed, before his turn actually starts, you can throw that out there. Now he'll draw 3 cards.
Up a little
and
bit
have
for
that in play.
next turn.
It's kind of crazy, right? Discarding my 7 power attack, but life is of
Life is
utmost
very
importance.
important. Absolutely. So just going to draw back up to 4, and at the start of my action phase, I'm going to destroy this Sigil of Forethought. Just having a quick think, because there's a little neat interaction here with the sigils that destroy at the beginning of your turn, and Inclined Cloak. So if I need the extra resource, I can actually respond to this trigger and get the resource now, even though I won't have a sigil in the arena during my turn. While I'm thinking about the sigil, I don't think I'm going to get much use out of this card in my hand. Electrostatic Discharge is a lightning instant, but it says the next attack action card I play this turn with cost 1.
So yeah, lightning is getting these instant speed cards that don't block. But yeah, at instant speed, you buff an attack with cost 1 or less by +3, so it's got nimblism that can't block essentially.
Unless gets +3. Don't have any attacks in hand, so I think I'm going to use my hero ability. Oscilio's hero ability is a once per turn instant. I can discard an instant card to draw a card. So I'm going to ditch this Electrostatic Discharge, or replace it with another card.
Just filter that card away, brother.
Yeah, that's the power of the hero ability. You're going to be able to filter your hand to find the cards you want at the time you need them. So just like he just said, he doesn't have an attack action, so if that instant is going to be of no use, you can discard it to hopefully draw into something that will help you this turn.
I think we want to try and start things off with a bit of a bang, so you know what, we're going to go for it. I'm going to respond to this trigger by activating my Inclined Cloak to gain a resource. So it's going to give me a floating resource here. I'm going to resolve Sigil of Forethought, so this is going to destroy itself and create a Ponder token. Ponder token's just a generic token that says at the beginning of my end phase, I can destroy it and draw a card. Great for setting up your arsenal for following plays. And then we're going to go big, I think. Play a Exploding Aether, pitching this Glyph overlay. So this is going to amp my next attack for 3.
Yeah, so amp is a new mechanic that they are really rolling out here in Rosetta. So much like how non-attack actions can give your next attack +1, +2, +3 physical attack power, Amp just simply says the next time you deal damage, instead deal that much plus 3. So your attacks for 1 arcane damage would deal arcane damage 4, etc.
3, and it's got go again. So amp is a keyword that says the next time you deal arcane damage this turn, instead you deal that much plus the amp amount. So in this case, Exploding Aether is going to amp me for 3, follow it up with a mighty Etchings of Arcana. So Etchings of Arcana normally deals 3 arcane damage to target hero, but because of my Exploding Aether, it's going to be dealing 6, and it has Surge. So if it deals more than 3 damage, I may return an aura with Sigil and its name from my graveyard to my hand. In this case, I do have a Sigil and Sigil of Forethought, so it is threatening a little bit here.
So doing my Sigil of Sanctuary in play, which can prevent one of the arcane, that's fine. I will take that damage, sir.
Cool, that's awesome. I'm happy with that one too. So I get to return this Sigil of Forethought.
So yeah, the Surge effect applied. It dealt 6 arcane, and it dealt 5, so it did more than 3. So you get the extra effect there.
To my hand.
I will take 5 and create my Embodiment of Earth token.
And you know what? I'm just going to run this out before the end of my turn.
Yep.
So that's happened, and now I'm going to pass priority, and my Bonder token is going to trigger, so it's going to destroy. I'm going to get another option for my arsenal. I think we're going to end up arsenaling this one here.
Fortunately for me there, Jacob not getting the full advantage out of that. Beginning of my action phase, my Embodiment of Earth will hit the bin. Kick things off by playing another Sigil of Sanctuary.
Okay.
Then going to pitch and play Arcane Cussing. So Arcane Cussing is a Runeblade aura with go again. When you deal or are dealt damage, destroy this. When this leaves the arena during your turn, create 2 Rune Chant token.
Yeah, this is pretty good. Has go again. And when you're playing Vinset, you deal damage to yourself a lot on your own turn. So this can be really good to generate Rune Chants on your turn to open more Rune Gate attacks for you. But I do like this card a lot in not only this format, but in Classic Constructed. So I think this is a really good addition for Runeblades in general.
So basically, because Jacob's deck can do a lot of arcane damage, I want to try and make sure that I'm able to get full advantage out of this before it goes back to him. Fortunately for me, I have Deadwood Dirge. So this allows me to destroy an aura I control. If you do, create 3 Rune Chant tokens. So this is a nice little combo.
Yeah, this is the nice little combo you want. This will happen a lot in the Blitz format and in sealed environments. I'm going to be looking for these 2 cards in tandem. So check out what happens here.
Combo here because I get to destroy the Arcane Cussing because it leaves the arena. I get my 2 Rune Chant tokens, and then Deadwood Dirge also triggers and gives me 3 more Rune Chants. So
that's a lot of Rune Chants.
We're all the way up to 5. And now, because we have 2 resources, I'm just going to come in with the Rotwood Reaper for 4 because I create an aura this turn, along with 5 Rune Chants.
You know, Wizards, they're known for their
Not bad at all.
intellect, and I really want to get my thinking hat on. We're looking for some more resources for our turns. Even though this card is pretty awesome, I'm going to activate Oscilio to discard my Comet Storm Shock.
Whoa, okay.
Yeah.
That's scary.
Now, this is a Meld card, and even though it does have the word action on it, it also counts as an instant, therefore being able to be discarded to my hero ability. So come on. Oh, it's an interesting card. Unfortunately, we're not going to be able to maximize the use out of it. I think we got some stuff cooking, so I'll say no blocks, but first we got to take those Rune Chants. So 1, 2, 3,
5 damage
4,
right there.
5 Rune Chants coming in, and then the 4 physical damage. So we'll take that 2, taking us all the way down to
taking all
9
the
life.
damage.
Yeah, a little bit scary that Jakey over there decided to hold onto his full hand, plus Arsenal.
Don't worry, we've got some lightning quick action coming for you. Alright, the Sigil of Forethought's going to trigger. We'll get our Ponder token just like last time. And now it's time to send him the bill. The bill for
let's
what, you
see.
might ask? We're going to send him, firstly, for a Flittering Charge. It's coming in for 4. A Flittering Charge says, if I played an instant card, this chain link, this gets go again. So 0 for 4, nice stat line, and also interacts nicely with all these instants in Oscilio being able to be given go again.
I'm going to go ahead and defend this for 2 here.
Awesome. Alright, I'm going to say take 2, good sir.
And pass turn back to me.
Oh, not quite. I do have something before this attack finishes resolving, and that is Electrostatic Discharge. It's going to gain go again, and the next attack action card I play this turn with cost 1 or less gets
So yeah, before the chain link closes at instant speed, he plays the discharge, giving his next attack plus 3, and then that before the chain link resolves, now that attack has go again.
plus 3 power. We'll ask Kieran the age-old question. Would you like some fries with that? I'm coming in for 6. Fry is an attack action card. Costs 0, attacks with 3, and it says go again. But because I played this Electrostatic
There you
Discharge,
go.
it's coming in for 6.
Okay, so I'm in a bit of a pretty tricky situation here because against Oscilio, what I want to be doing is stopping as much of the physical damage as possible because this is damage I can interact with. I can defend with cards from my hand, whereas the arcane damage, not too many ways to stop that. On the other hand, I know I need to decompose to win this game, and I haven't been able to decompose once yet. So I really, really want to hold on to these other 2 cards in my hand, get my first decompose done, and then I just need 1 more decompose to reach that critical number of 4 earth cards in the banish zone. So am I up the helmet of Lignum Feet?
Yep. So Florian kind of has that battle to play with himself that you do need those decompose cards to get those earth cards out of your graveyard and into your banish zone. to really get that benefit of a hero ability, because right now your hero card is essentially blank until you get 4 earth cards in your banish zone.
Vitae. So this is an earth equipment head, so it can be decomposed. If there are 4 or more earth cards in your banish zone, it gets +1. But I may just have to go ahead and cash this one, and now for just the 1 defense, along with my Malefic Incantation. So I'm going to defend for 3 here, Jake.
Take your 3, sir.
Down to 12 life.
Unfortunately,
So yeah, that was kind of a crappy block, but you gotta do what you gotta do. You gotta save as much life total as you can and still try to have a turn, or at least have a good card to arsenal.
for me, I didn't find the resource card I'm looking for. So even though I played 3 lightning cards this turn, I'm not going to be able to activate my Volzar to get that bonus damage. So you're just looking at a measly 3 points of arcane damage coming in.
Very fortunate for me there. I think I'm just going to have to take that win. I will let the Sigil of Sanctuary prevent 1 of that damage, and then I will go ahead and take 2.
Now, Glyph Overlay is an interesting card. It normally deals X plus 3 arcane damage, where X is the number of aura permanents I control with Sigil in their name. You can see a theme here with Oscilio lining up very, very well with all these wizard instant sigils. But as I don't control any, I don't get any of the bonus, I don't get the surge effect. It's a little bit unfortunate, but that's okay. We still managed to push quite a lot of damage. So we'll pass things over to Kieran, but let us not forget the Ponder token. So it's going to trigger and hopefully set up something nice for us. Ooh, I don't mind that one.
Passing back over to me, the Embodiment of Earth. Haven't been doing a whole lot this game, but now we get to come in with our first decompose of the game. I'm going to play a Cadaverous Tilling. So Cadaverous Tilling is a 3-cost Earth action attack. Attacks for 6 with 2 defense. When it attacks, I can decompose. So I have to banish 2 Earth cards and an action card from my graveyard. If I do, it gets +2 power. Now, as I mentioned before, the Helm of Lignum Vitae is actually an Earth card. So I'm going to go ahead and choose one of those for my banish cards, and the Malefic Incantation, and the Sigil of Sanctuary. So the nice thing here as well is that I still have 2 Earth cards remaining, plus the Cadaverous Tilling. So if we find 1 more decompose, we can get the Florian hero ability online, which if there are 4 more Earth cards in your banish zone, Florian gets, if you create 1 or more aura tokens, instead create that many +1 of each of those tokens. So I'm going to come on in for 8, Jacob.
Right, don't forget your Malefic Incantation.
Absolutely. So we're going to tick that down, create 1 rune chant.
Yep, he played an attack, so he's going to remove a counter from there and get a rune chant.
And now to deal with your
behind
8 points of physical damage, that would take me down to 1, so I am going to throw this Etchings of Arcana in front and take the remaining 5 points of damage.
Alright, so we've got him down to 4. I am sitting on 10 here though, and that can be a pretty scary place playing against Oscilio. I do have my Sanctuary of Ari up. Let's see if that can bail me out.
This is it. The big leagues. Kieran has missed on having a big turn, and we have got the absolute nuts. And he's on 10, so you know what we're going to do. We're going to send him the bill.
You say 10's the magic number, Kieran? Well, I think we're getting to 10. I'm going to activate my wizard equipment, Hold Focus, which is, as an action I can destroy it, to amp 1 with Go Again. So the next thing that's coming in is coming in for a bonus point of damage. But we're not just amping 1. We've got another exploding Aether.
here we go.
So this is going to amp for another 3.
Not a bad card to find for that that arsenal, my friend.
And you know what's really, 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 really big?
Oh, not the Comet Storm.
The Comet Storm coming in,
right.
and we are going to meld it because we have the 4 resources. We pay 2 for each side to combine it into 1 almighty spell. What's going to happen is this shock is going to come in for a total of 5 damage as it gets amped by Hold Focus and Exploding Aether for a total of amp 4, and then another 5 from the Comet Storm. And you know what 5 plus 5 equals, Kieran?
That's 10. Okay, so I do have this Fruits of the Forest, which gains life, but it is a blue as well, so it may need to be used for the Sanctuary here. I think we're going to have to do that. So I'm going to go ahead and pitch 6 resources to the Sanctuary of Aria to prevent 3 of that damage. So that's going to drop me all the way down to 3.
Yeah, just in the range of 1 quick burn spell.
Okay, the Sanctuary of Aria is gone.
Not
So I'm
bad
going to
at
kick
all.
things off with an Arcane Seed's life. This is a Mal card. Arcane Seed side is the action is create a rune chant token, go again. So this is going to go ahead and create 2 rune chant tokens for me. If my hero ability was online, I would get 4 because creating 2 then 2. I'm also going to play the other side and gain 1 life.
Yes, that's fine with me. No instant speed burn here.
I'm going to have to try push as much damage as possible on this turn. I
Not
am
a bad
actually
card
going
at all. I
to
like that
activate my Rune Hold Release. So Rune Hold Release is a Runeblade Equipment Arms. Action destroy this, create a rune chant token with go again to put myself up to 4 rune chants.
So yeah, all these times he's creating rune chants could have been doubled if he had 1 more decompose card to get that 4th earth card into his banish zone. He'll probably mention that.
And now, unfortunately, we're a little light on resources, but we do have a bit of a bailout. So I'm going to use Blood-Torn Bodice here. So this is action, destroy this, and an aura you control, gain a resource with go again. Just because of how quickly this game is going, I'm going to go ahead and destroy the Malefic Incantation, because I don't think I'm going to have enough time to get full value out of this. So that is going to create a resource, then I will pitch the red in my hand and attack you with Rotwood Reaper, getting the +2 because I have created an aura this turn. So I'm coming in with 4 rune chants and 4 physical damage.
Ooh, that's a lot of damage there, Kieran.
We've sent Kieran the bill. He's paid his taxes. We've got him in the blender now. He has used his bodice, but he's had to destroy his Malefic Incantation. That is so amazing for us, because if he somehow manages to weasel his way around our arcane damage next turn, we will have just dodged a ton of damage. When his hero ability gets turned on, Malefic Incantation can be absolutely devastating, but he's had to use it to be able to attack and put pressure on us. We're going to use our Twinkle Toes, and we're going to be able to navigate through his turn to present present him with what's hopefully a lethal amount of arcane damage.
Thankfully, Twinkle Toes does give me a bit of a bailout. A lot of these instant cards
Twinkle
obviously
Toes is
don't have
really
any
good.
defense value, so being able to play one on Kieran's turn and
Preventing 2 damage and instant speed is really, really good. And yeah, you can only activate it if you play an instant card this turn, but that's nice. That's a really nice piece of equipment for Blitz.
activate Twinkle Toes is a very good way to try and mitigate some of that arcane damage.
Really trying to pressure Jacob a little bit here. I don't want to leave him with multiple cards in hand. Just burn me out.
We're going to play the Sigil of Lightning. So the Sigil of Lightning is a lightning instant aura that costs 0. And at the beginning of my action phase, destroy this. And when this leaves the arena, I get to create an embodiment of lightning token. So then I'm going to activate my Twinkle Toes to prevent 2 of the rune chant damage.
Okay, he's got through 2.
Yep. And then we will take the remaining 2 rune chants, falling to 2. Now to deal with the physical side, I'm going to defend with my Flash of Brilliance and my Chorus of the Amphitheater for a total of 3. But this play is quite brilliant, if I do say so myself. We're going to use the effect of Flash of Brilliance to discard this Flittering Charge and return the Sigil of Lightning to my hand.
Creating an embodiment of lightning.
Creating an embodiment of lightning, exactly. Setting myself up for the future, and then I
Pretty
take the
nice.
remaining 1 point.
So we've got him down to 1.
But
Shuffling those instant speed sigils around to get effects. Pretty cool.
what's the magic number, Kieran?
Magic number is 4, unless we can draw a little bit of light gain here.
Well, I do have the magic number, but is it going to be enough?
And unfortunately for me, that is just enough. Good game.
Good
There
game,
you go.
sir.
That, ladies and gentlemen, was some amp on top of some amp on top of some amp. We're talking 5 plus 5 equals 10, baby.
Bro, that was wild. That game left me feeling thunderstruck. I could.
Yeah, that was a pretty fun game. Oscilio looks fun, bouncing around the sigils, getting those effects, and yeah, Amp is a really cool mechanic. Wizard kind of needed a way to pump up the damage other than Aether Wildfire, obviously, and Amp opens up new play styles with like Forked Lightning, for example. So I'm excited to see what comes of that, but yeah, Florian, you need those decomposed cards to really, start really going over the top with things. So when you don't get your hero ability online, it can feel kind of bad. So yeah, you got to try to survive, but Oscilio came with the heat, and yeah, it was a pretty cool game. I'm excited for this format, and I'm really excited for pre-release weekend coming up. So let me know in the comments who you're excited to try, and yeah, I think I'm definitely going to dive into Florian for a bit and see what happens. And yeah, we'll talk again soon. Hopefully some more cards get spoiled this weekend. And I'll see you in the next video.